Hey everyone, welcome back to Anu Talk Show. So, this episode is for you if you are a woman of color coach, you are working with clients one on one, and you are realizing, oh, my calendar is maxed, my income is capped, what should I do next? So, grab a pen and paper and let's get started. Because you know you want to launch a group program in the next 60 to 90 days. You have the expertise, you are realizing I have done the hard part, I have credential, I have client results that I can back up with, and you have been coaching clients one on one and getting your clients amazing results. Now you are thinking, how do I take what I already know, the expertise I have, how can I leverage that and turn it into something that will serve more people without burning yourself out, without continue to cap your income? And if that is the question you have in your mind, welcome. My name is Anuraja. If you're new here, I'm a business coach and I teach women of color coaches to leverage their expertise and turn it into a group offer by serving fewer clients. So, here is what a lot of women of color coaches are doing wrong. They actually skip straight to the launch, like launching their group offer. They are building the sales page, they are announcing a start day, they create the curriculum before even they get a yes from a prospect that they want to be in the group container. And then they are wondering why enrollment feels like pulling the teeth. A group offer does not fail because of the marketing. It is failing because you, as the coach, you never made 5 critical decisions before you are starting to sell the group offer. And this is what I want to talk to you about in this episode. 5 decisions that you need to make. So if you make them before you design your group offer, you will sell your group offer with confidence in 2026 moving forward. So your clients will know exactly what they are getting, and you will actually be excited to deliver your group offer, not being drained, not being resentful, not second guessing yourself every other week and feeling burnt out. And if you skip making those 5 critical decisions, you will keep launching to crickets. You would tell yourself that the market is saturated and that they don't want to be in a group setting. It is not saturated. People love being in a group offer, and it's actually that your offer right now is not built to be sustainable and profitable in a group business model. So, 5 decisions that we would talk to you about today, and every single one of them matters. So, let me know in the comment section if you are a coach, you're a service provider, and you want to add high ticket group coaching in your business model to add an extra 100, 200K into your revenue. So, let me know in the comment section if that is you, because in this episode, I'm going to walk you through each one of those decisions you need to make. And by the end of this episode, you are going to know exactly where your current offer is or the one that you are building and what it needs to work on in order to make it scalable and profitable. So grab your pen and paper and let's get started. So the decision number 1, okay? And this is the one that makes or breaks everything. Is your program promise clear enough that when a stranger sees it in your content, they immediately understand what this prospect is getting and why they need it right now? Because here is what I see happens all the time. As a woman of color coach, you are creating a group offer, and the way you are describing it sounds like you get access to me, you get community, you get weekly calls with me. Community and access to you, they are not a program promise. That is not the reason why someone is paying you 3K, 5K, 10K, 20K to be in your group container. They are just logistics. That is not the reason why they justify to be in your group offer. Nobody wakes up it at 3 a.m. in the morning thinking, I really need access to a group call. I want to be in a group environment. Your prospect, they wake up thinking, they are questioning, why am I still stuck? Why am I still stuck when it comes to my health? Why am I still stuck when it comes to relationship or when it comes to my income? Why does my content not convert? Why am I not getting consistent clients, right? They are thinking differently. And that is the problem they are trying to solve at 3 a.m. in the morning. And your program promise, your messaging has to name that problem and then name the solution so specifically that when your prospects are reading it and they are seeing it, they can say, this is exactly what I need. Think about it this way: if your best friend asked you what your group offer does, could you explain it in one sentence so that it makes sense to that person? Like, oh, I know someone who needs that. If the answer is no, then your offer promise is not clear enough yet. And we need to work with you on your messaging and on your promise so that strangers can understand in one sentence what you are doing. And inside Leverage 20, I have this tool, The Power of One, where we are creating your $1,000,000 messaging. Because with the tool, The Power of One, not only are you making it very clear what you do, what the promise is, and why you need to have a $1,000,000 niche and messaging, but also you are becoming the power of one in the industry you are in. You are becoming the number one choice in the industry that you are in. So that's why I created the Power of One tool inside Leverage 20 to help you to stand out as well, so that no matter if you're selling one-on-one or group, they want to be in that container to solve the problem that you help them to solve. So before you are going out there, you are clicking off this episode, before you are building out the curriculum, before you pick up what platform you want to dominate, before you are designing the sales page, I want you to sit down and ask yourself and make this decision. What is the specific transformation my clients walk away with? Not what do I teach, not what modules and how many modules I have. What does the prospect leave with that she did not have before? Your program promise is the only thing that sells your offer before anyone ever gets on a sales conversation with you. And if that foundation is not strong enough, that's why you are not selling enough spots right now. Your offer promise, it is the thing that will make a stranger in the internet stop the scrolling and think, okay, wait, this is actually talking to me. I want this promise and I want to do this in this way. Is your messaging and your offer promise doing that right now? If not, make that decision before you go out there and design and launch your group offer in the wrong way and then wonder why you are not selling the spots. Because selling group offer and signing clients into your offer can be simple. It can be with less stress and less burnout, but you have to make all these decisions before. So let's go to decision number 2. And this is one that trips up a lot of women of color coaches because they try to have it in both way. Okay? Do you want, this is the question, do you want to serve more people at a lower price point, which is a volume game, or do you want fewer clients at a higher price point, but that means intimate and it is higher touch with every single person who is joining the group program? Neither is wrong. Neither is not that it cannot happen and it cannot be successful. It cannot be like sustainable and profitable. But both of them, like, they require completely different business models, completely different marketing, and completely different energy from you. If you go volume, means you want to serve more people but at a lower price. If you go volume, you are looking at a lower ticket offer, maybe $500 or $2,000, something in between, right? You need a bigger audience. You need more visibility. You need systems that can handle higher numbers of people enrolling and moving through the program at scale. So your content needs to reach more people in order to actually close more people. So your marketing needs to be a little bit more broader. But if you go higher ticket, like literally charging 5,000, 10,000, $20,000 for your group offer, you go intimacy, you go higher touch, and you are looking at a higher ticket offer, right? And you need fewer clients, but you are creating a deeper relationship. You are creating a long lifetime value with one client. Literally, clients signing up with you for 2, 3, 4 years because you have that deeper relationships. So that content that you're posting needs to be very specific. Your sales process needs to be more personal, and you need to be more comfortable with the fact that not everyone is going to say yes. And that is by design, and that is how both of these business models are working. And the mistake is that you are trying to charge premium prices while you are building a volume model. You end up with pricing that confuses your audience and a delivery experience that is exhausting you in the back end. So, the decision you need to make is which one of it do you want to have? Think about it 5 years down the road, okay? Which model do you want to have in your life and in your business? And the real question underneath that is, which model do you think will support the life you want? Maybe you are currently married and you want to have in 5 years kids, like me. Which model will support the life when you have kids one day? Or maybe you have kids right now. Which model will support the life you are living right now and you want to live in 5 years down the road? Because if you left already a 9 to 5, so you could have more freedom, more fun in life, more flexibility, building a volume game that requires you to manage 50 clients at a time might not be the freedom that you imagined. And when you're making these decisions, right, be honest with yourself about what kind of business you actually want to run day to day. What kind of life do you want to live? What kind of freedom and flexibility do you want to have? That is the decision. Not which one makes you more money, which one makes you more money while letting you live the life you want to live is the question. Because both models will help you to make the money. But which one do you feel ethical? Which one do you feel this is what I want to have in my business and in my life? Decision number 3, are you ready? How much of you does the client get? Okay, what level of access are you giving to the client who's coming in your group offer? This is where a lot of women of color coaches, they are over giving before they even launch. They promise weekly group calls. They promise also added private one-on-one support. They promise Voxer access. They promise a course portal, templates, bonus trainings. And then they are delivering a $20,000 experience for a $2,000 price tag. And then they feel exhausted. They feel burnt out. They feel like energy drained. You have to decide from the beginning what access looks like inside your program before you are pricing it. Not after, but before. Is it group calls only? That is a valid model. The client gets your coaching in a group setting. The client benefits and learns from other people's question, and they are getting your framework and your feedback. That works. Or are you adding private one-on-one support? Maybe monthly one-on-one call or private Voxer access. That is higher touch. And that justifies then a higher price. But you need to know that going in, because once you promise it, you are delivering it for the full duration of the program they paid for. You cannot back it up. So is it primarily a training access as well? Like recorded modules, a curriculum, maybe live Q&A calls? That is more leverage, less of your direct time, but more scalable. But you have to realize which access do you want to give? Do you have the capacity to give to your clients as well? Because you don't have to give everything to everyone. You have to give the right thing to the right client at the right price. And here is what I want you to hear, okay? The level of access is not about your generosity. Doesn't mean just because you give more access that you are a very kind, friendly coach. It is about your sustainability. It is how you are designing your offer. If you design an offer where you are the bottleneck of every single client, you have not built a group program. You have built multiple one-on-one relationship with a group chat attached. And you have to decide the access level first and then price it accordingly and not the other way around. That is decision number 3. Let's go to decision number 4. Let me know if you have any questions when it comes to making a decision. This is why coaching is so important, because a lot of coaches, they are investing in courses where they are not getting the coaching, and then they are stuck. They are stuck when it comes to making a decision. They are stuck when it comes to moving forward. They don't know how to move forward. That's why you always need the curriculum, the training and coaching to help you to get unstuck, to help you to implement and see the results you want to see, which is why Leverage 20, my group coaching offer, it's high implementation focus, but it has the curriculum, it has the community, but also it has the coaching, because every woman of color coaches, they are going through so many different junks that is inside their mind, and I help you to get unstuck so that designing and launching your offer in the next 60 days is possible for you, and your mind is not actually blocking you, and you are throwing spaghetti on the wall. You know exactly what to do. You have a plan to implement. And if that is you, you are a coach, you have experience, you coach clients, you have an expertise, and you want to turn it into a high ticket group coaching offer, DM me on Instagram ready so we can talk how you can do that in the next 60 to 90 days. Okay? Decision number 4 we need to talk about, okay? Are you running this program on Evergreen? That means it is always open and clients can enroll at any time. Or is it a live cohort with a specific start and a specific end date? Hi, Tanika. Hi, what's good? So both works, okay? Evergreen works and live cohort works as well, but they are creating very different experiences for your clients and very different rhythms for your business as well. So oftentimes evergreen sounds amazing, but evergreen really means the door is always open all the time. A client finds you, this client is ready, and then this client enrolls, and then they are starting their journey within your offer. So the client is moving through the material on their own timeline. The upside is consistent revenue, right? And you are not tied to launch cycles. You are not riding the emotional roller coaster of open card, close card, and all these webinars you need to do. But the downside is that sometimes it can feel like when you are closing clients and you will have all these clients at a time, you have to decide. I think it was decision 3. What is the access you want to give to your clients? So as you can see, the decisions are backing up. So first make the decision, how much access are you giving inside your group offer and what type of access you are giving before you are deciding if you are running this offer on Evergreen or on live cohort, right? Because live cohort means that you are opening a door and you enroll a group and you are starting together and you finish together, right? There is a built-in urgency because the card closes, the cohort starts, and that urgency will help sometimes with the sales. And the shared experience helps as well with retention and with the result. And you are getting the energy of leading a group through a transformation in real time. So there is no right or wrong model. There is only the model that matches your capacity, your audience, and the life you want to build around your business. So if you're launching your group first time, this is how I did it. I did it in a launch based, but now my group is evergreen. So with the marketing I'm putting out, with the sales process I have, clients can actually join my group when they are ready. And it is a 12-month group coaching program. And this is how I continue to scale my business. I have this one group, Leverage 20, where It was live in the beginning, and we started with 4 clients, and now I have all the information. I refined it, and now it is evergreen, to help the client to join whenever they are ready, right? So you can do it in the similar way, like start with a live cohort. Don't create curriculum before you sold the spots. Get the reps, learn what works, refine, refine, and then decide if you want to move evergreen later. But start with the structure that gives you the most feedback, the most energy, and the most data to improve. Let's go to decision number 5. And this is the one where coaches either move fast and messy, or they stall out trying to make everything perfect before they sell a single seat. The question is, what systems do you actually need in place before you start selling your group offer? And what can you build as you are going in this journey? So here is the minimum. You need a payment processor, right? Whether that is Stripe, PayPal, or Thrivecart, whatever platform you use, people need a way to pay you. You need an onboarding process. When someone enrolls, what happens next? Do they get a welcome email? Do they get a one-on-one welcome call with you? Do they get immediate access to the portal? Do they know where to show up and when? That first impression matters, because that first impression will help you to increase the client lifetime value. That's how you will know if the client continues more than 12 months, if the client continues to work with you 2, 4, 5, 6, 10 years down the road. And then you need your core materials, right? But it shouldn't be perfect. Like when I did my first group, I didn't have any materials until the group was ready. When I was selling it, the group was not ready. I knew what the promise was. I knew what the process was to get through step by step and help the client to get the results, but I didn't have any pre-recorded modules. I didn't had any materials. I didn't had any workbooks ready. Because what you need is your framework. It needs to be clear. That's why if you are working with one-on-one clients, you have your intellectual property in your mind. Let me help you to put that in paper and create a framework that helps you to create the modules as you go. What you only need is you need the first session outline, what you want to do, and the confidence that you're going to build this program alongside with your client, while the client is giving you feedback, while the client is helping you to build this program, because of the questions they have, because of the feedback they are giving to you. Okay? Don't let another program sit in your Google Drive waiting so that you feel ready to sell it. I always tell my clients, let's sell first. Let's fill the spots before you are creating it, because you don't want to waste your time. You don't want to waste your time by creating pre-recorded modules and curriculum and no one is buying. For whom are you creating that content if no one is actually paying you? Okay? You don't need a fancy website. First, I sold my first group without any website. You don't need any automated funnel. You don't need a logo redesign. You don't need 12 module course fully filmed at high professional and being edited. Those are nice things, and you definitely can do that down the road when you have cash flow, when your business is profitable, but they are not necessary. They are not necessary when you are selling a high ticket group coaching offer. They are the things coaches hide behind because they don't want to sell. Because building something feels productive, but selling and talking about your offer and signing up doesn't feel productive for you right now. Okay, so if you have a clear promise, you know your pricing model, you know the access level, and you have a delivery structure, you are ready to go from one-on-one to group and stop trading your time for money. Because the systems can be very simple: a Google form for application, a Zoom link for calls, and that's it. a Google Drive for your materials. That are all only the things you need. And then you can upgrade. The more clients you are getting, the more cash flow is coming, flowing in your business, you can upgrade the infrastructure later. Right now, what you need to do is sell the transformation, deliver the transformation, and build the airplane while you fly it. Okay, so those are the 5 decisions you need to make. Okay, let me recap the 5 decisions you need to make. How clear is your program promise so that a stranger understands what you do? Your pricing model, the access you are giving to your clients, the delivery structure, and the systems. If you're sitting here right now and you are listening to this episode and you have clarity on all 5, you are ahead of 90% of women of color coaches who are trying to launch a group offer. Go sell it and get the clients. A lot of women of color coaches, they are stuck in this one-on-one coaching model, stuck in trading their time for money because launching something new feels scary. And I won't lie to you, when I first launched my group Leverage 20, it was scary. It was very scary. I still have all these self-coaching models I had, like all these thoughts like, what if no one signs up? What if my clients hate it? It's the best decision I've made in my business. My clients are getting better results in this group container. They are supporting each other. They are doing mock-up sales calls. They are doing all these tasks together as a community. And they are leveling up as athletes. And I love it. And it's the best decision I've made, not only for myself, but also for my clients, because I have seen that one-on-one clients, they were drowning, being alone. You know, as an entrepreneur, we are already doing this work on our own from our home. Yes, it is comfortable, but sometimes it's lonely. And when I created Leverage 20, I saw what a great community I was building. And I do believe you have that audience and that community as well. And when you're listening to this and you have been guessing how to turn your one-on-one expertise into a group offer, this is the right time for you. Because you don't need more information, you just need a process that helps you to implement and make these decisions with confidence and then execute them so that you can design and launch your group offer in the next 60 to 90 days. If that is the desire you have, that is why I built Leverage 20. Inside Leverage 20, we do not just talk about this decision in theory. We are designing together. You are building your group offer together on the call. You are locking in with your promise. You are pricing your offer strategically, and you are mapping out your intellectual property so that you know how to deliver that in a group container to your clients and get them the results. My clients walk out from Leverage 20 with a group offer that is built to sell, a content strategy that is attracting buyers, and a very simple sales process that does not require you to have a website, to have a big audience, or to do live launching. I want you to have a business that supports your life, that supports having a fun and very fulfillment business as well. So when you are ready to turn your one-on-one into a group, DM me ready so that we can talk about how and when you can actually launch your next group or your first group with me together and all the other women of color coaches inside Leverage 20. So do me one favor, if you're watching this and it is really talking to you and you find this very valuable, please share this with one of your business friends where you see them, they are struggling with being capped at their income, their calendar is maxed out, and you are seeing that your business friend is literally burning out. Send them this video. This will help them to make these 5 decisions and to see clearly that they are ready for a group offer in the next 60 to 90 days. I thank you for sharing, and I will see you in the next episode if you don't have any questions. Thank you so much.